Hello and welcome to Wrestling Royalty. I am, of course, Andy, and I'm here not as usual on a Friday. I am recording this ahead of time, and it's one I've wanted to do for a little while. It's been sat in the corner, and as you can see from the title, I'm going to be opening a mystery box that contains a WWE Funko Pop. I'll go into the details of exactly what that is for anyone who doesn't know in just a little while. But I really appreciate you joining me and watching this, whether it's in the future, whether it's live, whatever it is. But I really appreciate you joining. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already to the channel. I really appreciate that as well. So drop me a like on the video, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let's get opening a box straight after this. So thank you very much for watching. As I say, this is going to be an unboxing video. I've done a couple of these before where it's been cards or where it's been some memorabilia, etc. But I've had this box for a few months now. I think I've actually had it since June. But I've had a few things on this week. Obviously, if you follow me on my other channel, Roller Coaster Running, you know, last week was the Great North Run and there's been a load of content going out about that. But of course, I'm always here for Wrestling Royalty. They are both my passion, and I want to make sure that there's content going out on both. And today I thought I'd do something a little bit different and open the box. I haven't done an unboxing video for Wrestling Royalty for a little while. So this one in particular is just a normal brown box. But I bought it from a Facebook group called Rasslin, who are on Facebook, and I believe they also have their own website as well. So a few months ago, they ran a sort of promotion where you could buy a mystery box, which would contain a WWE Funko Pop figure for £10. And within that box, there was a chance to basically have a minimum worth of £10 all the way up to a pop figure that could be worth up to £250. So that was the sort of max value. They had different options of what you could receive in the box. It's obviously all a mystery, but you could end up receiving your money back. You could get a double money back. You could get a vaulted pop, a double pop, an import pop, or an exclusive pop. So I don't know what's in here. I paid £10. It arrived, and I have, as of yet, not opened it. As you can see, nice and sealed. The only thing I've taken off is my address and the invoice. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to open it live on camera, and you'll see either the disappointment or hopefully the glee on my face as we unbox a £250 pop figure, or hopefully, fingers crossed anyway. So who are Pop or actually who are Funko who make these pop figures? I am relatively sure if you go out into any shop, whether it be a supermarket, whether it be a bookshop or a video game shop, you'll have seen these. These are the sort of giant head figures or oversized head figures. And they basically could be any kind of license. I'll go into a little bit of detail who the company is. So basically, Funko was founded back in October 1998 by Mike and Claudia Becker. So we're actually coming up for 25 years since Funko, who make the pop figures, was founded. 25 years, and they've just gone from strength to strength. They actually sold the company in 2005, but their first ever figure that they did, their first bobblehead, was the mascot for the restaurant chain Big Boy, which I know a lot of people in the UK might not be too aware of. But if I was to say, in Austin Powers, Dr. Evil escapes in the back or in the bum of the Big Boy mascot. That mascot was the first bobblehead, and then they went on to create a number of bobbleheads for different mascots for food and drink companies and restaurant companies. And so they sold the company in 2005, and then it's grown and grown and grown into this behemoth of a company these days that you can't really go out into any shop that sells any kind of pop culture. You will find these pop figures. So some of the licenses that they've managed to get is Disney, Marvel, DC, sports teams, rock bands, pop culture, pop icons, movies, actors, you name it. They seem to have a license for it. One of the things that they pride themselves on is that they're able to get the licenses, of which now they have over 1,100 licenses. So they're definitely sort of spread across all kind of interests. And they can get the concept for a figure onto the shelves within 70 days. That's how quickly they can move. As you'll see, I'll show whatever it is in this box. They're quite basic in design. They always follow the template of an oversized head and a smaller body. Sometimes you get the oversized pop figures. Sometimes you get the ones where it's two. I myself own quite a few pop figures. They're behind here in the dining room. And I've got lots of WWE ones. So they obviously have things like WWE, New Japan, AEW as well. So lots of wrestling figures and memorabilia you can get from them. I say I've got like the Rock and Stone Cold. I've got like Alexa Bliss, Chris Jericho, the Hardy Boys. I believe we've got Bret Hart as well. So yeah, I've got a few. I know I'll forget loads of them, but we've got them ranging through whether it's Star Wars, etc. as well. So that company now also owns Loungefly, which I don't know if you've seen the Loungefly bags or the backpacks. They're sort of like miniature bags, which predominantly there seems to be a lot of Disney ones that go around. So if you ever go to Disney World, you'll see a lot of these Loungefly bags, which are fairly expensive, but they're pretty high quality. I've bought Jenny a couple of them, my wife. She's got a couple of them that she takes out when we go to Disney, or if the very few occasions where we don't have the kids with us because they're quite small. You can't fit loads of stuff. Certainly not enough if you're taking a baby and a little girl out. But she has a couple of those. So yeah, massive company all over pop culture, and that's probably enough in terms of an introduction for that company. So I bought this, as I say, from Real Rasslin website, which is real, spelled out the way it should be, and Rasslin. Go check them out and their work on Facebook to learn a little bit more about them. They're always doing these kind of promotions, whether it's buying actual wrestling figures, whether it's buying pop figures or autographs, etc. And they also do, I believe, a lot of sort of interviews and opinion pieces and videos as well. So go check out those guys. And I won't waffle anymore. Let's get this open then. Let's see what we have in here. So I'm going to just take a pair of scissors. I say I've got absolutely zero idea what's in here. I'm really hoping it's WWE what I should know who it is. But we'll soon find out. It could be anyone. They seem to do obviously like modern wrestlers as well as ones from back in the day in the Attitude Era. And we're just going to find out. So, first of all, I would say it's looking like it's a single pop figure. It's definitely not a double pop figure. I guarantee that. Lots of paper. And as I say, I got these back, this back in June. So there's some things here for Real Wrestling. And as you can see there you go. There's their business card, a bit of plug-in. I say they do prediction leagues and things like that as well. So yeah, lots of different things that you can find over on Facebook and www.realwrestling.net or www.realcollectibles.co.uk. So let's find out. Let me just get rid of this box. Let's find out what we've got in here, which is the actual pop figure, which is why we're all here today. And let's just get straight to it. Ooh, looks like we're in a nice case. And it's a GameStop exclusive Rob Van Dam. And he looks like he comes with his own. It's when he was back, when he had the Money in the Bank briefcase as well. It looks like there's a WrestleMania pin. Yes, a vinyl figure with pin badge, pin figurine, and it's got a WrestleMania badge in with that. So Rob Van Dam, number 117. On the back, it just kind of tells you the different ones that are collecting from what would be this series. So they've got the likes of Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, Oscar, Jerry Lawler, Dusty Rhodes, Riddle, and Randy Orton as well. So very cool Rob Van Dam case, pop figure in a case. So while we're on here, just because I'm interested to see Rob Van Dam vinyl. So I'm just having a quick look and seeing like what it's kind of going for elsewhere. On on eBay at the moment. It's going for about £30. So it's a GameStop exclusive, official licensed product. So yeah, there we go. It's a nice one there. It looks like it's going the sort of relatively going for about £29.99, so about 30 quid. So I paid £10 for it, and got this one. There's some websites that are selling it for more, some selling it for a little bit less than that. But yeah, really cool one. Rob Van Dam, staple of probably just after that Attitude Era. You know, even popular to this day, still popping up on the likes of AEW as well, and now a Hall of Famer for WWE. So yeah, always cool for Rob Van Dam. I always had like a little bit of a hatred for Rob Van Dam back when he seemed to always pick up wins against Jeff Hardy, and that was back when Jeff Hardy was one of my favourites. I remember them having matches for the Hardcore Championship and the Intercontinental Championship as well. So yeah, always had a little bit of resentment that he seemed to go over Jeff Hardy, but yeah, really appreciate the work he did, and of course, no one can ever forget that match he had at ECW. I can't remember if it was One Night Stand where he went up against John Cena for the title over in the ECW arena, which of course was one of the most hostile atmospheres that you'll ever see for John Cena, who ended up getting speared by Edge, and Rob Van Dam managed to capture the title, much to the joy of those present that night. But yeah, great memories to Rob Van Dam. Really cool figure. So yeah, it looks like I'd have to double check in terms of what one of those categories it falls into, with like double money back, vaulted pop, double pop, import pop, exclusive pop, etc. I'd imagine with it being GameStop, it's probably an import pop, because GameStop is popular across in the US. But yeah, nice and short one today. I know there's a lot going on in wrestling at the moment. There always is. So whether that's the merger this week that happened between WWE and UFC to create TKO, and I know today, as a recording, some personnel within WWE is currently kind of finding out whether they have a job or not, which is very sad news. Best of wishes to anyone who is affected by that news. We also had news this week that Becky Lynch is the new NXT champion. Let me know in the comments what you think about Becky Lynch becoming the new champion. And while you're there, let me know in the comments as well. Do you collect pop figures? If I get up to 100 subscribers, maybe I'll run a competition to post this out to someone, and I'll let you know any details if I decide to do that in the future. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Have you got any wrestling pop figures? Have you got any pop figures in general, or maybe you're a Loungefly kind of person as well? Let me know if you collect anything from that universe, that company, etc. And let me know what you think about anything that's going on in wrestling today. Leave it in the comments. I always like to respond and hear from people. So let me know. Also, while you're there, give me a subscribe if you're watching this, you haven't already. Click that subscribe button, click that like button. Help out Wrestling Royalty. I'm sure I'll be back next week, next Friday, with a live video, and I'm hoping I'll be joined by Sam as always, if not everyone else as well who's been on the show. It's always nice to have some guests on, but for now, I hope you have a lovely weekend. I hope you have a lovely Friday evening if you're watching it today. If you're watching in the future, I'll see you again on the next one. I've been Andy, this has been Wrestling Royalty, and this is a pop figure.